The puck getting removed here as well. So this draft going through it a little bit slower here from both sides. You want to take the time, make sure they get the right heroes removed. NoSorry going for the... it's going to be all 3 cores. I'm assuming it's all 3 cores. The Marcy could still be a core. But... okay. So, Marcy and Mars... what are you thinking? You think it's going to be another Yond Marcy? You know, maybe put him in the off lane with the Mars, or do you want this in the safe lane, maybe with the carry hero on the side of NoSorry?
One thing is what I want. One thing is what I think will be. It will be a Marcy laning with the Mars. But I would want it in the safe lane, ideally. I'm not going to be getting it. The clock comes out immediately, and she gets a Weaver. Yep, the specialist once again will be playing that safe lane Weaver. The Clockwork is one of the best heroes against the Mars himself. The arena comes out. Bam, Cogs, what you going to do? You're going to latch me onto the Cogs. No extra damage from the arena. He's tanky enough to get into the Mars's face. Mars doesn't like it. You have to use defensive spears rather than using them to secure last hits, rather than using them to get the Weaver away from you. So I really like this Clockwork pick. It is quite nice. Now the hero in the position 5 can actually farm a little bit, so I'm loving it. On the other hand, the Mars is a pretty solid pick against the Hoodwink and the Lycan. For a dog, you need a cage. Same is true for the Squirrel, though. The more important thing is you take away so many of those trees, and suddenly the Hoodwink doesn't have anywhere to hide. Mars is one of those heroes who is really good against treants, Hoodwinks, and heroes like that are good at annoying you and defending the tower because you can't catch them, but especially the safe lane tower. But the Mars takes that opportunity away. Even if you don't catch the Hoodwink with the arena, you break away all of the trees, and suddenly it's impossible for you to continue that harass that you actually wanted to go for. So I'm liking the Mars pick, but the response from cybercats was just amazing.
And are you liking the Lycan pick more?
Now with the cybercats picks coming out,
I just wanted to make a Lycan joke. You don't have to actually seriously answer that one. Yeah, you can if you want.
Okay, that's I'm not gonna answer it. Something is wrong with me in the past week or so. I don't understand people's puns, even though they're really cool, and I can't make any of them on my own. So something is wrong. But yeah, next time, Rob, I do. I actually swear that I'm gonna get your cool pun. If it's that cool, I'm gonna get it anyways. But yeah, thank you for that one. Something is yeah. I think I'm focusing a little bit too much on Dota. Need to be having a bit more fun here.
Well, that's not a bad thing, you know, because it just means you're gonna be right up with the new strategies, with the new drafts, and how both of these teams are gonna be doing. And so, back to seriousness for a little bit. You're looking at NoSorry's draft. I mean, they don't really have any hard lockdown outside of the Bane. So is it going to be the Clockwork's job to get on top of the Bane, you know, lock him down, get the kill off before he can get the Nightmare onto the Weaver, maybe get the Fiend's Grip onto the Weaver, you know? Or do you just look for the Hoodwink, you know, maybe get the Bushwhack off onto the Bane as soon as he starts to cast that Fiend's Grip off?
cybercats here, they're gonna be using vision. They have ways to stop the Bane when he's coming in, but ideally you don't want to allow him to even get to the Weaver. That is the case because you have better vision. You see the Bane, bam, you crush him. Ideally, of course, there are gonna be situations for NoSorry where they do catch the Weaver, and then there is the Clockwork, there is the Bushwhack. These heroes are can come from various angles that you won't expect every single time to cancel the Fiend's Grip. So in that term, yeah, I think this is gonna be a tough Bane game, but you know, it is a first pick Bane, so not the worst thing in the world. If you do well in the lane, I think that's gonna be enough for your hero, and everything other than that is gonna be a bonus.
Okay, and looking at it, okay, no, Storm Spirit could be able to get on top of the Weaver as well. I'm just looking at cybercats lineup and thinking that with the Clockwork, with the Weaver, with the Void Spirit coming out, cybercats just have so much backline dive. You know, it's actually scary, I think, how quickly Yond and Archangel might go down in these fights before the fights even really get started here. And it's, you know, all of a sudden it turns into a 3v5 in cybercats' favor.
Yeah, I like the cybercats lineup for that reason as well. It is a lineup that if it falls behind, you're gonna be in so much trouble. So I both like and dislike lineups like this. I dislike them because they are so stressful to play. I like them because they're so fun. Bad Boom plays drafts like this where, you know, you make one mistake and you lose the game. In Tier 1 Dota, it's problematic because that one mistake will be punished super heavily. In Tier 2 Dota, where we're at right now, might not be, but still, when you look at this one, what do cybercats want to do? Run at NoSorry. Don't allow them to play the game. What does NoSorry want to do? A concentrated fight in an area where you use the arena and you crush the enemies, right? That's what you want to do. Before that happens, you want to be defending towers with that arena. Again, a fight in an area that you're controlling and farming on your TA. So one side is chaotic. The other one is we want a pretty normal, slow Dota game with really fights that we choose. So I think this time cybercats are gonna have a little bit of a harder time because I think that this time around, the side of NoSorry, they have every single tool to deal with the enemies, and if they just recognize what the enemies want to do, and they should, because cybercats have been doing this for a long time, and it's not really hard to read their lineup right now, I think that NoSorry should be able to equalize this. So I'm looking forward to a game 3, so I might be a little bit biased here, but I do think that NoSorry this time around, they're a little bit better equipped to actually deal with the side of cybercats.
Okay, well, let's see how it's going to go. And then, so just quickly on this Templar Assassin, is it still kind of that mid build that we used to see where you get your the Blink Dagger and the Desolator and the Dragon Lance out, and then you just start to look to get aggressive, look to fight, and look to get kills? Or is there, you know, do you want to be going for the BKB first on this Templar Assassin before you look to fight? You know, what is it the position 1 TA wants to be building up into?
Gonna have to answer your question a bit later. Okay, she gets an I'm gonna answer it right now because they walked into the worst possible target. Ideally, you want Dragonlance, Deso, Blink, BKB. Those are the items, and in an order that you want them. If anything starts changing, is because of the pace of the game. Let's say NoSorry see that cybercats are going too fast, and then Dream is like, okay, I'm gonna get a Blink to be able to follow my Mars in the battle to actually burst someone down. You know, that's the idea. So ideally, Dream wants to play Dragonlance, then you go into a Deso, you concentrate on an area, again, to push the tower around the mid lane, around the bottom lane, and you continue farming. You just want your teammates to be ready if they go for you, and that's about it. Anything other than that is gonna be a scenario that NoSorry do not want to happen.
And just looking as well, the TA was starting to head towards that room, but the wolf spotted out by the outpost, so Dream does just move in for the body blocks here. Playing it safe. Was that a 2 for 2? It was a 2 for 2 on the runes as well, so no massive trade-offs, no early first bloods as well.
This could have been disastrous for the side of NoSorry. Black Archangel's TP almost got cancelled by H-Do. H-Do, if he was paying attention completely, he would have been able to do it. But it was like not even half a second, like 0.1 there for the Bane to get out. And because H-Do didn't immediately press his battery assault when he saw him, I think he was looking at somewhere else, like what was going on around the map. If Dream was alone on the top lane for the first 2 levels, then the Lycan will get everything he needs.
Yeah, and Shigetsu actually going to be the spear at level 2 here from last year. We're going to go for the God's Week at level 1, but there was a sentry down, so there was a displacement coming through from Yond onto Shigetsu, forced into the back lines. He was easily able to get away with the Sakuchi, and H2O, he's just going to sit and pop these battery assaults any chance he gets, it looks like, because, yeah, again, 2 melee heroes in the off lane. You know, H2O, why can't he just walk up and get those off like this? Puts him in a little bit of danger with the displacement of the God's Rebuke, but the stuns are still going to be there. Last hero, again, only still level 1, so there's no spear. And they're going to be able to get the double D ward off here as well in this lane.
Top lane, there's also a little bit of action where NoSorry are on the tail end of the trade, but this is why I'm just not the biggest fan of the Marcy in the position 4, is because the Dispose just isn't that good of a spell. That's it. As we mentioned, it's about the laning phase with this hero. She crushes the lanes. That is how she gets ahead. That is how you use this hero. And then you get an Weaver caught.
They might be able to do something about this with that spear, though. It's not going to be coming out until she gets it just yet. He misses it. Still gets the first blood, but that spear. Oh, just lucky that the Sakuchi didn't come off though, because he might have been able to get himself away.
Yep, catching the Weaver on the downtime there. Remember the nerfs, it used to be 12 seconds level 1. If it was 12 seconds now, he probably would have survived, but not like this. Nice eye step though from Shigetsu, saying that he understands the the Mars Spear like any carry would, and he has a good understanding of the turn rate of his hero and what he can actually do and how he can outmaneuver the enemy. So a bit of a mistake, and
bottom lane going to be taking a lot of damage coming through. The God's Rebuke's going to be there now as well. The mana for the spear is there. The spear comes through, latches him to the tree. He's not skilled anything up just yet, so he's going to be able to go for the cog. But top lane, you get the kill onto Phasor. So it was all a distraction here as H2O moves himself back in and across. He's got the block off with the sentry as well. And I like this as the position 5 here for the clockwork with a recent change that doubles the damage coming through on the battery assault. It just means that you're going to be able to sit in these creep camps. Once this hard camp comes up, if it comes up, you know, if you get dewarded, you can just sit and take that down with your battery assault, level 2, level 3 on that, and just stop that lane from being pulled in.
Yeah, that is quite nice. Also, later on in the game, you can get some farm for yourself. Though, side lanes are going really well for NoSorry.
Oh, the Swarm comes out. They're going to be able to get the lockdown with the cogs now as well. What's that battery assault? It is going to be coming out. Last hero taking a lot of damage. The Sakuchi coming through. It might be one more right click. Is it going to be enough to get the kill? It will be. Shigetsu gets his revenge in the lane.
Nicely done. This is something that was bound to happen in the bottom lane. At some point, cybercats are gonna start being a problem. That is why it was important to get that early Weaver kill, to get some harassment of the clockwork. But still, in the end, as soon as like there's the swarm on the Weaver, you could see just how easily the Mars does melt. So overall, I think NoSorry should be happy there. But the last hero, just because of that kill, he just didn't understand just how fast he's gonna be going down. Like, he thought maybe it was level 4, level 5, but level 3 was quite enough for cybercats when he is alone.
Yeah, and Shigetsu now, he gets that Falcon Blade out coming through to him, so it's going to be an early boost to his farm potential here as well. Going to go for the second point into Sakuchi, so he's going to have the 12-second cooldown now on that. And is this what you want to be building onto the Weaver, the position 1 Weaver? You know, do you just go for that, once you've got the level 1 and the Swarm out, do you just go for the max points into Shikuchi, or do you want to go back for more points into the Swarm at some point?
Nope, Shikuchi, then Geminate attack, then you're gonna be maxing out the Swarm.
Okay.
Just, you know, once the bugs get removed, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. You don't want to be spamming it. Just every 40 seconds is quite enough to threaten the lives of your enemies. You want them to start running away anyways. If they turn around and fight you and are capable of doing that and killing the Swarm, it doesn't really matter how many levels you have. Mid lane,
the displacement comes out, but he's going to have the dissimulate here now as well. Which one does he drop to now? The Vortex does still come through under the Void Spirit, but the damage from the tower, it's enough to push Manic and Yon back, so not going to be as successful in this lane as last game because of that dissimulate coming through. Even the Resonant Pulse to block a lot of physical damage here on the Void Spirit. He's got 3 points into that. So, yeah, and actually the base shield and absorb is going to be enough to keep the Void Spirit alive. And like I say, it's not going to be as threatening this lane as it was, or the rotation as it was in that last game.
Void Spirit isn't as strong as the Emperor in the later stages of the game against the Storm, but they work in a relatively similar manner. Hard to catch, do a lot of damage once they jump you, and can jump the backline. Plus have a certain amount of control for the Storm. Oh,
the displacement of the cogs not going to catch you on doubt there. Could have been potential if there was a rotation over from the Weaver from Shigetsu there. Could have potentially been a kill, but yeah, the Marcy was just immediately out there with the rebound.
I'm looking at this game and thinking about if the Storm is gonna go for an Orchid. To be honest, in this game I would do it. I would do it even if I'm not having the best game. The Weaver isn't gonna have a defensive item for some time. The Lycan is actually quite sad. If you get silenced up, you don't get any early items to remove that one. And Void Spray TPs to the top lane. This is he under vision?
I think he's going to be on division now as he do catch out the Bane. There's going to be the dive onto him. The Nightmare comes up, but with the double damage doing one more right click. He's even using the stick charges, but he's still going to go down. Igor picks up the kill. The Marcy TP came a little bit too late, and even if he was, I don't think he was. I think he was far enough away for the cat's ball. Oh, the Bushwhack doesn't catch out Dream there either, but Igor, does he want to carry on going? He's got himself one more Astral Step. The Remnants is going to catch onto the TA, but there's going to be this displace onto Dream. Gets him out of danger.
He does get him out, and Manic is trying to pressure the mid lane. I saw that ward there, but it was actually a ward from cybercats. That's why I thought he was under vision, but not really the case. They placed the ward to see rotations from the Void Spirit, but not really to see the TPs. Usually you do not expect TPs that early from the Void Spirit, especially not aggressive ones. You need more levels on this hero. 4 points in Dissimulate, 4 points in Resonant Pulse. That is when your damage is enough and sufficient to kill the supports. But you know, when there you have help, when there are wolves, when there are scrolls around you, you know that everything is going to be fine. And now Manic is going to be doing the same thing, though he's not using the TP. He's just walking there. If the spear connects, this Weaver can die, but she gets to know something is up. As soon as there is no Storm Spirit, you know he's not farming. You're gonna keep yourself a little bit in a defensive position, especially because the arena just came out.
Yeah, and actually, there's going to be the Swarm coming through. Last hero, though, he does have the 1 point into the bulwark. There's going to be the spear away from this, and the Swarm has been taken down. The Rocket Flare comes out. The Battery Assault and the Cogs are still there, though. Last hero is trying to do his best to try and juke himself away from this one. Is he going to try and throw the arena to keep himself alive? The Cogs come out, doesn't trap him in. He's going to be away. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, there's going to be the dive in. Manic going to be out of mana, it looks like, but the Nightmare comes through. The Void Spirit will be caught here by Black Archangel, and Igor, well, he's got a regen rune, but he was pretty much out of mana there as well. So the kill may be dubious onto the Storm Spirit there.
Good thing for NoSorry, their TA is farming well. This hero, this is a timing-based hero, so the faster you're getting those gold in the laning phase, the faster you're going to be able to join your team. And that timing between the 15 and 20 minute mark is going to be crucial for the side of NoSorry. So in like 7 minutes from now, the TA will have a Dragonlance, she'll have a Deso, and she'll be ready in waiting for cybercats to just dive in, because that is what their lineup does. So this is actually quite nice for them. The Storm did okay in the laning phase. The problem is still Manic needs a few kills, and you can see that he is desperate for them, so he's TPing bottom again.
Oh, this time the Cogs do come out onto last hero. The arena's going to be there now as well, but the Sakuchi, the dive in from the Storm Spirit, it's going to be, is that the picky pole? It is the picky pole onto the Mars, so I was wondering, there's no Hex available just yet. They get the kill onto the Clockwork. Last hero, though, can he get himself away from this one? The Sakuchi coming through. Last hero trying to get rid of the Storm. There's going to be the rotation from the Void Spirit now as well. They get the catch onto the Storm. Storm, can he get himself out of this one? He's going to be able to use the ball line back behind the tier 1 to safety. But it's going to be a Mars trade for a Clockwork. The mid laner from the side of NoSorry already down here, so the Void Spirit doesn't really lose out on anything with that TP from the mid lane. And in fact, if we take a look at the net worth now as well, 10 minutes in, it's pretty much dead even here with this bounty rune in the bottle for the Void Spirit.
Pretty weird item usage coming out from the Mars, you know, using the arena, and then I'm a pig now. Like, no one cares, my friend. You're just a pig in your own arena, not really able to do anything to anyone for 4 seconds. You know, that's pretty much the duration of your arena. So a bit of a mistake there. Still, I don't think the Weaver would have died. The Clockwork would be dead anyways. But you put your Storm in a little bit of trouble. Him using a little bit more of mana though. Mid lane, that's an easy pick off.
Good combination with the spells. The Rocket Flare comes in for the vision. You've got the Hoodwink close for the Bushwhack there as well. And Igor can just move in with H2O for that kill potential there onto the Bane.
Now comes the time where Dream has the Dragonlance and he's gonna start farming the death. So this is the 5 minutes where cybercats are gonna be pressuring super hard. I think a lot of the weight is gonna be on Dream's shoulders, actually understanding around which part of the map his team is gonna be dove and playing close around that one. So NoSorry, they are gonna have to make moves, force TPs from cybercats so they know where they are, so the Dream can set himself up, because ideally NoSorry, they want the TA to farm and be close if the fights do happen, because you will be lacking damage and the TA can provide that for you.
Okay, and top lane, there's going to be a smoke rotation here. Yond is alone. We've seen Dream in the mid lane with that rotation out, but Yond, this could still be a setup. You look at Fogus, he's got the Centaur out now as well. He's got his Wolves, the Catapults are here. Dream gets a kill onto H2O. She gets who's going to go down on the bottom lane now as well, but the rotation comes through. It's going to be the Void catching him out, and the kill goes the way of cybercats. So it is going to be a, I do believe that was a, oh no, it was H2O's Courier. So just a 1-for-1, but it was Shigetsu that went down. It looks like the tier 1 towers should be traded off here as well. It's the last hero through that arena out. The Manic gets a kill in the mid lane onto H2O, this time for real. So it looks like they're looking for a tier 1 tower in the mid lane was Dream. With the Blightstone coming out as well, it might go down quite quickly. They get the catch onto the Storms right now as well. The Sharpshooter comes out, but that tier 1 tower will still go down.
Those were some really big mistakes for cybercats. This was their timings and they got destroyed. Dream, he found a way to help his team pushing in the mid lane while the silence. I'm not sure why cybercats did that. I think it is the Lycan factor, thinking you don't want to be TPing to your safe lane. But if you, the idea was not to fight in your safe lane, which I think that cybercats could have done with the levels and the farm that they had, then your Weaver cannot be there. So either it is Shigetsu's fault or it is just a, you know, misinterpretation of the team where they need to be playing because it wasn't communicated well. Now, with the 2k gold lead for NoSorry and the mid lane tower falling on the side of cybercats, it's gonna be tough for them to force out those fights that we were talking about and keep running towards the enemies. It's just much easier for NoSorry to control the map right now. This is amazing for them.
And do you think once that Desolator's up, with the tier 1 tower being down in the mid lane as well, is this when NoSorry can look for that quick Roshan? You know, they're going to have the Desolator up on Dream, they're going to have the sidekick coming out for the extra damage as well. So is this where they might want to step for a quick Rosh? Maybe look for a pickoff then into the pit here?
Yeah, the idea is push in the bottom lane, force out the rotation there, smoke with the Mars Blink, kill into Roche. That's what's gonna happen when the Deso is there. Before that does happen though, they're probably gonna use one more arena before it, just assert some of their dominance, play some vision so that that next smoke can be much easier. I think that's the play for NoSorry. They have should have a pretty clear plan right now, given that all of their timings are gonna be working out really well.
Yeah, and you can see Dream, he's about, what's that, 800... just over 800 away from the full Deso as well. There's the rotations in the jungle from Fogus, from the Phasor here as well. So Storm Spirit, Manic has to be careful, but Manic's got himself the tail end of the double damage rune now as well. Phasor, do they want to try and go for the catch? Bushwhack's going to be there with the sharpshooter now as well. Do they have the lockdown? The damage is from the Centaur Stomp. Fogus, Manic just in the wrong place, wrong time, and bully for cybercats because right place, right time for them. With that Centaur and the Stomp coming through, Fogus was able to get the kill. Phasor with the burst damage coming through from the sharpshooter there as well.
You know, when you look at the Lycan and the Hoodwink, you don't really think ganking squad, especially not a Storm Spirit ganking squad. So I kind of understand that one, but that's a big death that you gave away with the Storm. You are still somewhat of a playmaker for your team. You don't want yourself to be useless. You know, the Mars without the arena, he's just not gonna be so powerful though. Phasor, goodbye.
Yeah, that was he dropped an Observer Ward behind. And Archangel immediately with the Sentry was just able to get the D-Ward off. And obviously if the Observer goes down, then you know there's somebody about. Last hero pops the arena, finds the kill onto the Squirrel. And Squirrel on a stick there from the Mars' spear. The hookshot comes in though onto the Bane. Can they get the kill off? Does he do the damage? H2O. Could be the Remnant. Drive back onto Manic. Do they have the damage to take him down with Marty here as well? It looks like H2O. He put himself in more trouble. Dream just comes through with the drive-by. And that should be the Desolator straight into the pit here now as well.
Yep, after that mistake around the map when the Weaver died, now it's much easier for NoSorry to play. And with the Deso, if you don't burst out the TA, he will destroy you.
Oh, the catch out though with the Bushwhack. It's still going to be the shield from Dream. Do we have enough with those charges? It looks like they're going to be able to get the kill. Focus cleans off Dream. Focus now he's in the pit. He's going to be caught out now as well. Manic trying to do the best he can. They're going to be able to get the kill onto Focus as well. Shigetsu can he get himself away from this one? Just chasing onto Archangel. Archangel though, he's already used the Fiend's Whip, so no, it's just going to be the Nightmare. The TP, one more right click Shigetsu with the cleanup. Swarm's already been down, but it looks like this time with 4 heroes dead on the side of NoSorry, it's going to be cybercats' turn in the pit.
Yeah, the first Roche is important for the TA, but it is not as important as the second Roche. But this is the thing, I thought NoSorry, you go for a smoke with the arena, kill into Roche. That is how you play. If the enemy's buyback, you get yourself out. And the last hero, can he press down the Weaver? Can
he do it now as well? Yeah, he might have put himself into trouble now as well with the tree being popped up by Hoodwink. There's going to be a sharpshooter though. It was tanked up by Mercy. The Aegis will still go the way she gets to. It looks like Yon might go down once again. The Mars will follow. And it was looking great. The rebound came in right at the best time to block up that sharpshooter. But they both still go down. They couldn't get themselves away. And with 3-4 heroes around from this, cybercats here, there's no way they were walking away from that Roshan.
Yep, no way. You know, once the Weaver bought back, that's when the fight was over. To be honest, if the Roche hadn't bashed the Weaver, I don't think he even gets caught by the spear. So this was a little bit of a lucky break for the side of NoSorry. So they didn't give the Aegis for free, but that was the big TA timing that you lost. The reason I thought that cybercats aren't going to be fighting against NoSorry is because the TA rips them apart. But you have one move, you're going to go onto the TA and kill him from 100 to 0. The Bane sleep was a little bit too late there in the pit. The TA got super low, and that is why cybercats managed to kill him. If Dream got slept immediately, he turned around with full HP, full mana, it would have been really tough for the side of cybercats. But they're now back in it. They have the Aegis, they have the ability to
hook
die.
shot from downtown, locking down onto the Bane. Not the Fiend script literally just came off cooldown, but no way to use out there. 4 heroes. And those cybercats, like you say, they're just putting this pressure around the map. They're moving as 4, moving as 5. They're looking for their opportunities, finding them, and just finding the towers and finding the kills.
Definitely are. Now the pressure is gonna be immense. For 5 minutes or for 3.5, Shigetsu is just gonna keep running in, and the dives, they've only just started.
What was that sharpshooter as well? Onto the Mars. So the Mars is broken for a little bit, and yeah, it all comes back to this Hoodwink has looked so good, even with the refraction charges in the
Dream
pit.
bottom.
You know, did he catch? Did he cancel the TP? Dream?
Yeah.
He get himself away from this one as well as Ego. He's taking a lot of damage coming through from the Desolator, but the rotation through with again 3-4 heroes and now no TP. Dream going to be dragged back into the Remnant once again, and again the Bushwhack comes out. The tree was taken care of, but Dream will go down.
That was beautifully done by Igor. Everything from the catch to execution. He didn't even have vision, so that was a blind Ether Remnant which he caught the TA with. Delaying the timing of the BKB now is going to be of crucial importance for the side of cybercats. That is how they come back from the mistakes that they made early on.
Yeah, top lane. Was that another hookshot? It looks like it might have been Clockwork taken down. So he was caught out. The arena comes out as well. This is just going to be for Phasor. Phasor, no trees. He's going to be using that sharpshooter, maybe looking to get Manic out, but there was the body blocks coming through from the Mars, but the rotation on the backlines now as well. DK focus. The Nightmare, it keeps Phasor alive for a little bit longer. And the Bushwhack once again. Bane doing a favor for the Hoodwink to get the kill. So it's going to be a 1-for-1 support for a support there. But Shigetsu, the rotations are here. Do they want to step up the Lycans here as well? He's got his creeps moving over on the bottom lane to take down this tier 1 tower. Do they just put this aggression now onto the top lane?
Usually when a Lycan clicks A attack on a squirrel, he wants to eat it. But this time around it was taking, helping. It's something that we don't see too often. Either way, NoSorry. I like that they are applying pressure, because if you're dying on the enemy side of the map, on the timing of the enemy, you're actually going to be quite okay. The problem I see is that the Weaver is overtaking the TA, and once the Lycans is there, how do you stop Shigetsu from just diving in like a madman? There's just so much follow-up, and you're not going to be able to catch him right off the bat.
Yeah, that's it really, because again, the hard lockdown coming out, it's either the Vortex or it's the bottom lane. They might even be able to get a solo kill onto that. It's not a solo kill because Ego's here. I didn't see him with his assimilate, but it's going to be an easy kill onto last hero. But yeah, going back to your point about the Lycans, what, you throw a Nightmare out, you just press his time lapse. You throw a, you need to break it to get the Fiend's Grip out, or the Vortex until that Aghanim Scepter up for the Storm Spray. The point-click lockdown coming out from NoSorry, it's not going to be enough for the Weaver. And like I say, how do you lock him down? How do you find this kill?
It gives time to the Weaver to react, or to his teammates to react. He doesn't even have to use the time lapse, but you have that like half a second more, where the cybercast lineup will be able to react, and they have so many things to react with: the Void Spirit jumping in, the Bushwhack, and of course the Clockwork Hookshot. And cybercast, they're using their timing really well now, just going in and in over and over again.
Yeah, the BKB, the refraction charge is coming out for Dream. Is it going to be enough here? The backline's focus going to try and chase down. They might be able to get a little bit of damage to take down the Squirrel and get the Slave of the backlines. The arena comes through. It's going to be trapping 3 here now as well. TP in. Can they take down H2O? H2O trying to use the stick charges. The cogs come out as well. So it's going to be forcing out the Mars. So the Mars not going to be able to get the kill, but it is still going to go the way of Manic. And now, but the chase is on. They get the drive back. Dream. Do they have the damage to get this kill? It looks like they will be able to. Meanwhile, with the Weaver just stacking up in the front lines onto this Marcy, 3 heroes behind the theater. No, he dives himself forward. Has to be careful with that rebound here. The displace onto the Thunderhide. But again,
nice extra gold in the end.
Yeah, you still trade out the 2 supports for your position 1, and okay, the Bane as well. But It's not an equal trade, not at all, for the side of NoSorry.
For sure. This is, both of the teams had a trouble at the start of their timing. So the start of the timing of NoSorry, the Deso, and of course the BKB on the TA. You mess those things up. Cybercats, when they should have started diving, they didn't manage to do so, and oh man.
Good shout that there was no hook shot there, because if that would have just been a death on Manic. Even the sharpshooter was about a second behind that dive away. Probably would have done the damage at level 2 on a full charge to get that kill.
From what I'm seeing, I don't know if it's the right thing, but I think both of the teams are trying to kind of destroy the enemy's timing rather than hit their own. At least until they really understand how they can approach it, which part of the maps they can play. And this tends to happen. You even tier 1 teams, sometimes they're unsure what they need to do. You need to trial and error inside of the game, because not every Dota game is the same. And then you kind of get the idea of how you're going to be playing. But you understand the timings of the enemies and what you want to prevent from happening. Ooh, that was so close for Manic to die again, but he gets himself away. So Cybercats, the main thing is now in the next 5 minutes you need to get the BKBs down. You do that with aggression. If you're not getting the BKBs down, you at least need to keep NoSorry from farming so that you can itemize for the next fight. So in my mind, NoSorry should be taking those fights, but ideally you don't want to take them on your part of the map, because even if you win them there, it's not going to give you anything.
The catch comes out. He's going to be caught out once again with the back lines. Do they have enough to take down? Sharpshooter will come through. They get the kill onto Yon. H1 will go down, but Manic trying to get himself away again with the BKB. Just being used. Can he get himself away from this? It looks like he is going to be able to. And Dream back to the rest of his team. So there is going to be that protection offered to the TA as she continues to farm up. Didn't use the BKB. Down to 8 seconds here on Dream, trying to go towards that Blink Dagger, which will then give NoSorry the jump they need, I guess, to get the aggression off, because of Storm Spirit, he can't go in on his own. And the arenas have just been used so, I don't want to say defensively, but, you know, they're not to the optimal aggressive nature which they could have been used.
I think that's a fair statement for sure. Again, Cybercats did exactly what they wanted to. They forced the issue, they got a BKB charge out of it, and a 1-1 trade. Even if they would lose a hero and not gain anything, I still think you'll be okay on the side of Cybercats. But ideally, you keep making these trades on the opponent's part of the map, keep itemizing to be able to catch out the storm, to be able to prevent the damage from Dream, and that is the way you win the game. This is NoSorry are looking a little bit lost. They need to force things to happen on the bottom side of the map. Those Cybercats are doing a good job at constantly pushing in the top lane and not giving NoSorry a chance. I think this is a time where you need to smoke and just use those 3 BKBs to get a big fight going.
Oh, they might be able to get the catch again onto Templar Assassin and TA. Again, the refraction charge, the BKB comes out. The arena is going to be there, though. It's only going to be onto the Clockwork. The dive in from Manic. Sharpshooter point blank onto the Storm Spirit. That burst damage to the hookshot comes out to keep him locked down. Stop him from being able to get himself away. Yes, they do get the kill onto the Clockwork once again. But Mars is going to be the buyback by the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit dives in. He's going to be able to get the catch. He gets the catch off onto Shigetsu. Shigetsu here now as well. Lincoln Sphere. Back up in a few seconds. He has that time lapse. No, he's going to go down. He is deadlocked down. Black Archangel might go down to the Dragon. The Ancient Dragon. He's going to be able to... Did he get the time lapse in? He looks like he's going to be able to get in once again. So using the trick twice, he's still going to be able to get the kill. The cleanup coming through. Dream, the damage is going to be the focus. Tries to run himself away, but the kill onto the TA once again. Focus is still alive.
Shigetsu just doesn't like being dead. That is the thing. And Cybercats, they understood. Next time he dies, though, he's gonna be dead for 2 minutes, because he bought back twice. Last 2 times when he bought, he should have been dead for 94 seconds there, but he buys back and goes back into the fight. I think both of the teams here understood just how important that fight was. NoSorry to overtake the top part of the map, without which they can't do anything. They can just stay in their base and they will slowly lose the game. Cybercats, on the other hand, they're happy to give away their carry buyback just to win that fight, because they know if NoSorry loses it, they're not gonna have a play on the map, and plus you get the Raxes, so everything going into the hands of Cybercats. They took away all of it from the side of NoSorry, and now they might even force out these supports to fight and even lose the game right now, 25 minutes in.
Hookshot, the sharpshooter onto the Mars. Shigetsu the assassination, it was just there, the targeted, yeah, Mars. He was trying to be safe underneath the tier 3 tower, but the aggression come through, like say cybercats. They know there's no buyback on the storm turret as well, so he's gone for 18 seconds no matter what. Only the 2 supports available. Dream, well, she gets through, tries to get himself away from this once he gets the racks down, and he looks like he is going to be capable of it. That's going to be 2 lanes of racks in, like I say, 26 minutes. The aggression coming through. They want to even go for more. They're going to be able to get the dive onto the back lines. It looks like they're going to be able to take down Archangel once again. There's going to be the displacement. Marcy Yond is going to be able to get himself away from this one. Storm Spirit dives in onto it, maybe a little bit too far here for the side of cybercats to get the lockdown onto Focus, but this is just to buy time for the rest of cybercats to get themselves away.
That was a big mistake from cybercats. The only thing you needed to do there is prevent NoSorry from getting the second Roche for the TA, and the game is over. NoSorry have no more plays on the map other than smoke into the enemies and pray for the best. In competitive Dota, that works very rarely. I would like to say never, but probably does work from time to time. So now with this move, they're allowing NoSorry to walk into the Roche. cybercats, it would be a little bit too
it's
too
risky.
hard to just buy back and go in. Yeah, risky, but they will do it. They will do it. They know this is the place where you win the game, but still, your Weaver dies, your Void Spray dies, and NoSorry can run down mid, especially with the Weaver like being dead for 2 minutes.
All the ultimates up, great pushback once again, but the tree's going to be taken care of. Sharpshooter comes through onto the Templar Assassin with refraction charges. Backlines, they've got the Clockwork. Clockwork looks like he was trying to get a hook shot in. Is he going to be able to get them in time? He's not. He's dead. 70 seconds. He is down, gone. For no buyback, the hook shot just couldn't get himself off. Again, a really good bushwhack comes through from the Hoodwink, so they're going to be able to dive onto this. System Light comes through. They've got the lockdown onto Dream once again. Manic's going to try and dive through. The Swarm comes through. Can they take down last hero? It looks like they might be able to take. That's going to be the dieback, yeah, onto the Void Spirit now as well. But the creeps are still pushing through, so it looks like cybercats just doing everything to keep NoSorry out of the base while the creeps pushing onto this. Once again, in the fight, Manic trying to go for the dive. They're going to be able to get the Nightmare. Hoodwink now as well. Focus is going to try and come through with a shapeshift. Who's going to try and chase down? It's going to be a good arena once again to trap the Wolf. All 5 heroes doing damage onto this. So it's going to be the buybacks. It's only going to Shigetsu as well as Hoodwink left. But again, the tier 4 towers going to be pressured up. And even if they don't win this Aegis, even if they don't take it, they've done enough base damage here from the side.
Feather is dead again.
The Sharpshooter comes through on the top line. Do they have the time lapse? He's not going to be able to get himself off of that. And again, like you say, 110 seconds, he's going to be dead. Phasor tries to get himself out. Dream this time will get the Aegis.
Okay, so cybercats, this is the only reasonable explanation, is they were looking at this game and they were thinking it is not fun enough for the viewers. The series needs at least game 2 to be interesting, if not a game 3, because that is the only thing that we can really get out of this one. They had everything. They had 2 lanes of rags, they had the elite, they needed to go back and secure the Roche. But you know, Rob, what they decided to do? You know what they decided? They decided to dive like men, and you have to respect that, though. I'm pretty sure people have bet some channel points on them, and their fans, they're not gonna be liking this kind of scenario, though. You know, that's not most people, and most people just want to see good Dota, and that's probably something that we're gonna get, because no, even with 2 lanes of Raxes, this is the lead that NoSorry were looking for, and they have the Aegis on the TA. That's the second Aegis. That's the one that you overtake the game with if you're TA. So, cybercats, if you still want to win this game, I don't know what's wrong, what happened there, but you need to slow things down. Slow things down right now, wait out this Aegis, and then use the... They're not going to do it.
Well, that's not slowing things down at all. Focus is going to go down. Last hero, they found this kill. They're going to be the drag back once again. The bushwhack comes out. The hookshot comes through. They're going to be able to get the kill on Tamatic, though. This is going to be a really nice trade here. Last hero trying to get himself away with the BKB. Is there going to be any follow-up onto this? Because the Weaver's 20 seconds away, and Yond wasn't there. That was, after the Storm Spirit goes down, a 3 versus 3, because Yond had to clear off this top creep wave. You've got the rotation coming through from the smoke now as well. Cybercat's Dream just going to TP himself away. Last hero has already used that arena. Are they going to be able to find anyone else out of this? 20 seconds on the hookshot. He might carry on going. The rocket flare is on the wrong direction. It's still going to be failed to find out Archangel. Archangel can get himself away. He's going to be trying to use what he can in his toolbox, but the Shadow Amulet not going to be enough, and he find the kill. Phasor cleans that one up.
I've found some things about myself here, Rob, that I'm a coward. These guys from cybercats, these are chads, man. They just don't stop. No I would say there's a lot of reasons to stop, a lot of reasons to put your foot on the brake just a little bit and put yourself in a position where you can't lose the game. But it's not about winning the game. It's about making the statement, we're so much better than you, that whatever the hell we do, we will crush you. And that is what cybercats are doing right now. They didn't stop for a single second. And I guess, NoSorry, they are still 2 Raxes behind 30 minutes in. That is nothing to laugh at. If it was 1 lane, sure. But 2, it's a tad bit too much. Still, I don't think the aggression is going to stop anytime soon. As soon as the Storm and the Bane are back in, there's going to be a smoke from NoSorry for them trying to find another engagement.
Yeah, and you can see Dream now. He's got the, like I said, 20 charges onto the Desolator. The Daedalus comes out for him as well. He's got the BKB down to 6 seconds, but Aegis for 2 minutes as well. The Arena will be back up. All of the ultimates here for NoSorry. So like you say, the smoke does come out now. Are they going to be able to find anything about this? Because there is going to be 4-man smoke from the side of cybercats as well. They are sitting on the high ground. They're looking for it. They've got the wards down. They've got this vision. They've got the wolf as well. You can see all 4 points covered. The rocket flare comes out just into the mid lane, so now cybercats, they're going to give away the positioning, but again, they're set up on this high ground, so what are they going to be able to do? Smoke's going to break, Dream's going to dive onto the back lines onto Master, but the Fiends comes out almost immediately now as well, even with the damage coming through. They're going to be able to get that kill, and that's going to be, again, Ego's gone down, 70 seconds, they already used his buyback, they've got the catch onto Phasor. Ooh, did he catch up? They did. They catch up the clockwork as well. H2O not going to be able to get himself away from this one. And that engagement from Void Spirit, questionable at best for me.
I think that's actually really good analysis. It was questionable. He jumped in, you know. Black Archangel just keeping himself back. He knows what the Void Spirit wants to do, and he's just keeping himself there, just spamming the Fiend's Grip on the ground to a place where he thinks the Void Spirit will jump in. The second that happens, he's protected by his teammates, and cybercats, they lose their heroes. I think even without the rocket flare, that NoSorry knew exactly where the enemies are, but they were unsure if they wanted to go there. Then seeing the top lane pushing in, they're like, okay guys, we have to go. And cybercats, again, these guys are chads, these guys are men, they're gonna go in for a fight, and again, it doesn't work out. So sometimes it's better to think with your head than with testosterone that is definitely hitting them in the head right now, because this is insane what cybercats are doing. But still, even with that fight going the way it did, the Aegis is expiring. Cybercats, tactically, it's gonna be okay for them. They can use the map, they can use the lanes pushing in, and finally fight a fight. When you have this kind of a mobile lineup, you should use it, and they haven't been doing it for the past like 6-7 minutes. That's the reason why NoSorry have been able to completely overtake this game.
Oh, Archangel, he had to go back for the spider legs. He's going to try and go for the TP, but the Remnant was there, and that was just going to get caught out. Was that hook shot? Not going to be close, but they are going to be able to claim the kill onto the Bane. And just the last second turn on right click onto the Ancients, it drops those spider legs, and it just spells the Bane's doom.
Without the Bane, the Void Spirit should have an easy time. The catches for the Void Spirit are quite lacking on the side of NoSorry if they don't have the Bane. Even if you would catch him with your spells, there is a good chance he gets out. You need the Fiend's Grip. So, quite a good position right now for cybercats. If I was them, I would be focusing on the bottom tier 2, or at least pushing in the bottom lane and giving NoSorry a situation where the only place to run in and fight. Of course, that situation isn't too bad for them. They have the strength to do it, but it's never good having one option because it's too easy to read. The cybercats, they are gonna want to go for a smoke. They want to use this timing when the Bane is dead. I think NoSorry tactically are playing this right now better. Cybercats giving them a little bit too much room to not make mistakes, even though they could pressure a bit better. But it is more fun to watch for sure. So after a second expires, we're probably going to be seeing another big action go here.
I'm not sure if cybercats just smoked on that trap vision. Like, NoSorry might be aware this is happening. They might be. I mean, the Bane's going to be up in 10 seconds as well. I'm not sure if that was on top of the trap.
Even if it was, I think that NoSorry are still going to be positioning themselves. Even if they don't know, they're going to position themselves like they do know that this is happening. No one is showing on the map. Lanes are pretty solidly pushed in, so you should be aware of it. Without the Bane, there's no leaving of the base for you. I just want to see, do they have any smokes left? Yep, they do on the side of NoSorry. They have one smoke in the shop, and that's about it. So that they're gonna have to make that one count. Maybe in like a minute or so they're gonna use it. On the other hand, you could use it now and set yourself up with vision on the top lane for the next Roche, because the next Roche is when NoSorry could definitely get back into this game, and where cybercats could lose the edge in it. On the other hand, you know, if cybercats do get that Roche, it's gonna be 5 minutes of just choking the enemies in the base. And yep, there's the smoke.
Yeah, so they do want to come out. I'm just looking at the Weaver. So the Weaver's gonna have a Manta style coming through. That's okay. Yeah, I suppose the Purge is gonna be nice. Just being able to confuse the enemies as well with the extra illusions. But yeah, so
getting rid of the Enfeeble is big.
Yeah, yeah. The rotation does come around. Roche could be about 1:20 at least away. Bogus. They can see that there's not being, like you say, any pressure being put onto any lane by the side of NoSorry. So they're either thinking that they're in the base, which they are grouping up for here, which allows them to put pressure onto this top lane. So
finally, cybercats are doing what they should. They're waiting for the lanes to push in, and they're not gonna allow NoSorry to get from. Oh, Storm jumps in. No.
Oh, that was a big dive as well. And now Archangel, he's on his own. There's no vision. Who are they going to be able to find out? They're going to be able to go into Marcy, or do they find him? The Void Spirit here now as well. Dream, Cogs do come through. The arena's going to be there as well. Phaser's going to be trapped into this arena. Manic dives into the backline. So Archangel might go down. One more right click. Is he going to be enough? And it looks like the Shadow Amulet as well as the Spider Legs keep him alive. And the refresh coming through from the Mars in that second arena. So they're going to be able to get the kill. But tries to get himself around with the time lapse. He's still going to go down. It looks like he will be killed off. 4 heroes dead. And once again, NoSorry taking that fight really well. Taking the dominance in this 31-31 and a 9k net worth lead now for them.
Now, when cybercats have decided to play Dota and not just play run in your face, they understand that NoSorry have gotten a little bit too strong. The problem is, 9k goal lead, sure, it's not too much in 36 minutes, especially when you're 2 racks behind. But you have to look at cybercats. How did they itemize? They itemized to end the game. They itemized to chase you. They didn't itemize for the late game. And on the other hand, NoSorry, they didn't have any other choice. You can look at the TA. This is a very late game oriented TA, going with their items. I guess the item choice on the TA is usually somewhat the same, but this is what you need to end the game. This is your timing. With the second Aegis, you would assert dominance, and then with the third one, with these kind of items being 6 slotted, you would end the game. So even with the 2 racks behind, NoSorry in a really dominant position. I think right now cybercats need to be discussing, how do we rat this? How do we rat this game? How do we outmaneuver them? Because in a fight against the double arena, you will not win. That's it. You are not gonna win.
Yeah. And you can see again though that the tier 4, one tier 4 tower left with 800 health on the top lane. Are they going to be able to get the catch onto the Mars with the BKB? The hookshot comes in onto the creeps! He didn't catch it, the angle was all wrong, and now this opens up the fight. Yeah, they're going to be able to take down the Lycan. Focus goes down. Dream, there is good reposition coming through from the Marcy, looking for the chase on, and cybercats, they just need to leave. They need to get themselves away from this. Shigetsu's going to come through. Dream was right close to him though as well. The backline's Igor. Beyond will go down, but there's going to be the silence onto the Void Spirit. Void Spirit going to get himself away from this one. Drive back into the Vortex. He get the kill. It's going to be a Mars to claim this one now as well. H2O, the time lapse has already been used now as well. H2O trying to get himself away from this one with the battery swap, with the right click damage with that Fiend's Grip. Just a terrible fight there for cybercats all around.
Rob, it seems like you still haven't learned who we're dealing with here, so they need to get themselves away. Like, what? Like, I think Igor heard that, get myself away from what? From these guys? No way, I'm stronger than him. He just jumps in. He just jumps in, and the Marcy immediately buys back. So again, NoSorry, they have 5 heroes left on the map. And Dream, a little bit too aggressive here. He is, he's level 25, man. You don't go for him.
Yeah, and again, it's only Shigetsu up, it's only Phaser up as well. He's just going to be jumping himself in. You want to even out this rack. There is still a tier 1 tower in the top lane, so they're not going to be able to take that one quickly, but they are going to be able to take down a tier 3 in the mid. The bushwhack coming through once again onto the Templar Assassin. The Swarm's going to be there to try and deal with these refraction charges. The right clicks there as well, but immediate time lapse away. Shigetsu knows if he gets caught out, it's just game over.
Yep, he does not have a buyback, doesn't have the gold. That's again, it would be It wouldn't be manly to keep the gold there. You know, who plays with the buyback? Who cares about those things? And now the mid lane not going to be pushing in any longer. That 2 racks advantage, it now becomes a 1 racks advantage with NoSorry if they're controlling the top part of the map, which is the part of the map that you do want to play. Anyways, you actually are not in a disadvantage at all. I'm looking at cybercats and I'm thinking what should they do, but they might even be feeling a little bit tilted right now. So smoke into a fight, not an ideal solution, but it's probably the only one they have.
Yeah, and the Roshan's back up. The rocket float did scout out the respawn as well, so they're going to see it in the pit. Dream, do they have any vision to see Dream? It's going to be the dive in, but there's a blink away almost immediately. No damage to cancel it because of the refracting charge. And now the hook shot comes in, but Ego is just straight up dead. The arenas as well, double arenas. They're going to be able to catch out FaZe or H2O. Caught in the middle with them as well. He just goes down. Gets relocated, gets killed off, and again, this puts the advantage. It could be cybercats. They have to buy back. They have to buy back into this. If they lose this fight, they're just going to lose the base. If they lose the Roshan, it's going to put so much pressure onto them. So they need to be going through. Manic trying to do some D1 now as well.
It's a good position for them, though.
Do they get the kill? They are going to be able to take down the Stormspirit. Stormspirit has that buyback. Dream with the BKB with the refraction charge as well. He's not going to be taking any damage. They've got the lockdown onto the Shigetsu. Shigetsu gets that time lapse off away. And it looks like it's going to be buybacks all around. And Ego just sits in the pit, but again, is that trap given vision? I think it is. Yeah, so there's going to be the reload, just the displays coming through, and that's the buyback. He's dead. 110 seconds. What can they do here? There is no arenas for the next 37 seconds, though, so that is the kind of shining light for the side of cybercats, but H2O gets displaced once again, killed off. I think NoSorry. They're just going to take this game. They don't even need to really go into the pit. They just look for the creeps, but they do need to defend this tier 4. So Stormspirit is going to be able to TP back. Yeah, just get that mana back up and get himself back into this fight. The tier 4 tower, 800 health, should survive through this. And the creep wave, not going to be a base race. As the rest of NoSorry inside the pit take an easy Roshan, and that is going to be an Aghanim Scepter. Even the backlines! That's the dive back onto the Hoodwink as well. 104 seconds, he's down.
The throne is open! Let's go, Shigetsu.
The TP's come through. Shigetsu, he's manly, but he ain't that manly. He gets caught out on the vortex. Go on.
You couldn't do anything there. To be honest, cybercats, they went for those buybacks, and when those were happening, I was looking at NoSorry, and they themselves have buybacks, and when I saw them, I'm like, okay, this game is over. Even though it was a great position for the side of cybercats, both of the arenas were used. You had 5 of your heroes. The problem is that you had to kill NoSorry twice at that point to actually win the game. And Shigetsu continuing to be annoying here. You can see the Weaver is just trying to do as much as he can. He went for the 1 Geminate attack. Tushikuchi would make it easier to make these things happen, and DK Focus,
mate, is just not been your game. He gets caught out in another arena, killed off. And you can see Shigetsu says, you know what, I've pushed my luck far enough. I'm going to go for a TP. But I guess it did buy time, pushing the creep wave all the way into the base. Bought time for the respawns to come out from cybercats, even if the Aegis goes the way of NoSorry. Looking at buybacks, Shigetsu, Dream, as well as last hero on the Mars. That's all that's got it. So we could see the next big fight could be the decider.
The buybacks on cybercats, they're not there. I just don't think that they're gonna want to be giving a fight. There's probably gonna be a minute or two before NoSorry can get the lanes in a good position, and I just want to be looking at Shigetsu and thinking how much he can actually accomplish around the map. You can see the Void Spirit has been struggling to get the Aeon Disc for the past 20 minutes. He has literally had these items for 20 minutes now on Igor, and I'm not sure how many deaths he had, but I think he was like 9 and 2, and now he's 9 and 8. So very bad last 20 minutes for this Void Spirit. Usually you hear in Dota it has been a bad last 5 minutes for this Void Spirit, but 20, you know, that's a tough one. So it just goes to show how big of a lead you know, cybercats just decided to throw away. You know, we want to try something out, but this is not a scrim. This is an official game. Just play it safe, especially in situations when the game is almost over.
Yeah, and you can kind of thank the position of the Bane on this. Every time the Void Spirit's dove in, there's been a Nightmare or there's been a Fiend's Grip, you know, there's been lockdown onto the Void that he can't get anything off because he's trying to dive onto the front lines, onto Dream. You know, he's trying to, especially around the Roche Pit, you know, find Dream out so that he can probably get a quick kill, take a lot of the damage away from NoSorry. And the position from Archangel says, okay, you dive that hero. I'm gonna catch you 9 times out of 10. And like you say, he's just racked up so many deaths.
Oh, the cybercats, they're in a smoke. Storm has a cheese and a BKB and an Aegis, so he's not really a target. And with an Axe on the TH, he can always join, but it's time to go.
They're going to go for him anyway. Yeah, the hookshot comes out, gets the lockdown onto the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit, though, you've got to kill him twice with these arenas, and it's going to be the death of the Void Spirit. Once again, the second arena comes out, and Dream on the top of the cliff, he just says, I'm going to right-click down, I'm going to rain hellfire down on you, and 3 heroes dead straight away. Meanwhile, maybe a little bit of a distraction with Dream. He's already up onto the top lane. So he's cleaned up this creep wave. The split push doesn't come through from Focus. It doesn't come through from Shigetsu. And they can't do the damage onto Dream. They just can't. The Swarm comes out. Shigetsu, he pops his Manta style. He gets locked down by the Vortex. Lincoln Sphere gets popped. He's dead. 100 seconds. He does have the buyback with the Fiend's Whip as well onto the Lycan. And Dream, all of a sudden, because he's got the shard, he's got the scepter, he's putting out the damage. He's just straight back into this mid lane, back into putting pressure onto the Radiant base.
Well, let's try to make this sound serious when we're analyzing. So cybercats right now, what they were doing, they were running onto NoSorry just to die over and over again for the reason that I can't really find out right now. So we're gonna stop right there and just look at NoSorry claim the victory that just a few minutes ago we thought they can't take it. Like, there's no way, but you know.
Yeah, there's no fortification
mistakes
either. So as this place comes out, hookshot onto the Marcy, the cogs get dropped. This just means Dream, he's going to have a buffet to right click. Shigetsu goes down. Focus into there's nobody left. The disconnects are coming out already from the side of cybercats, and this game is in the bag for NoSorry.
Okay, so Rob, you know, it was quite easy casting this game and understanding what was going on. Cybercats, they win the game and they say, no, we don't want the victory. We want a full 3-game series because that's what our fans deserves. And this is what I like from these teams, that they understand what the fans want and they just contribute it, right? There's just no other way around it. But on the more serious note, Cybercats getting ahead of themselves, thinking that the game was over, thinking they can do whatever they want. They lose one fight, and after that, it all snowballs out of control. I think they still could have played it slower, and then they understood that they should be playing it slower, but it was a little bit too late. NoSorry were too strong, and then cybercats were like, okay, now we're all in, and they just continue going in and dying. This was them just getting beat up for the last 25 minutes. Literally, you know, Skull Bully comes over, he bullies you, and then you come back 10 years later with like 10 years in your belt in the gym with 120 kilos, and that is what it felt like. NoSorry just slapping a childhood bully. Cybercats, you're gonna have to match this one. I think after this one, your morale is down. Hopefully, they were having fun and like laughing around, because if they weren't, the third game is gonna be a tough thing for them.
Yeah, and you can see as well, if you look at the XP and the net worth graph, there's that massive spike up for cybercats, and then you can kind of see where they keep buying back around the Roche Pit, and it keeps going down and down and down and down and down until it just crashes through the basement floor and hits the Earth's core, it looks like.
I would actually be okay with you just saying and down and down and down for like 10 minutes, because it would be a real representation of what happened there, Rob.
Yeah, and that is going to be game number 2, guys. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break and look for the third and final game to see who between Cybercats and NoSorry are going to be able to claim this. But for now, go get yourself something to eat, go get yourself something to drink, come back in about 10-15 minutes as we get ourselves started for the third game. We'll see you then.